evening, everyone, and welcome to another Mario Kart World stream with you guys. As usual, we'll be playing some races, we're going to be playing some Knockout Tour, perhaps even the Battle Mode. But the fact of the matter is, we know that Spike is the best character. Reese and I were playing Mario Kart World yesterday, and I started a room, and what was funny about that is he saw the Spike profile picture, and he was like, yeah, whenever I see Spike, I know it's you, Demeech. I mean, who could not play a Spike if you unlock him? I gotta say, it was pure luck, and I'm so happy that I captured that moment. When I am in a nursing home, when I'm like 90, I'll always remember that one day where I unlocked Spike in Mario Kart World. Just a random day on a salty speedway, and I got my boy Spike! What's not to love about him? He's such a goofy character. And it's not because of SMG4. Spike's always been funny. He really became funny because Nintendo just put him in every Mario spin-off for a while. Like, they were obsessed with him. And finally, he's in Mario Kart. So yeah. Hello, Segun the Pikachu fan. Hello, Awesome Oshot. Good to see you today. Gonna be playing some Mario Kart World. I mean, what else is there to really play on the Nintendo Switch 2 outside of Mario Kart World? I mean, sure, I could play some Super Mario Odyssey. Love to do that before Donkey Kong Bonanza. But yeah. Oslot. I was thinking, is it referencing the Pokemon? I believe there was a Pokemon called that, but it's been so long since I've played any Pokemon game that I've just been more focused on Spike. So, we don't have Reese, we don't have T&D, we don't have Riders. So it's just gonna be me, myself, and I. And you guys, of course. But yeah, how are you guys feeling about Mario Kart World so far? I don't want to go too into depth because the full review I'm doing, I actually revised the script today because the more I play the game, my opinions of the game sort of evolve. It's an interesting game, to say the least. But regardless, I'm pretty happy with how this review is turning out. It's going to be the longest review I've ever posted on the channel, so if you love the videos like the ones for Nintendo Switch Sports, Mario Strikers Battle League, and Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, you're going to love this one. Although I will say, and I'll let this be up to interpretation, do I think it's as bad as those games? Only time will tell. But yeah, let's see if we got anyone in the room so far. Yep, we got one. So, Maximum Q, good to see ya! Let's start the game. We're gonna do some 150cc races. Hard com, we're good at the game. We're pros, we're pro gamers. I need to adjust the intermission because there's no need for it to be a minute long. Like, unless you're trying to decide what character you want to play as, like you're at a fast food restaurant. Can I have, yeah. And ideally, if you want to play the regular tracks, just go into change. Oh, Totaka's songs in Mario Kart World? I had no idea. So far, we got 3 people joining. All good choices for tracks. DK Spaceport is a phenomenal track. Although I will say, I really do enjoy Mario Circuit because it goes for something different rather than the usual theme of grassy plains as an introduction. Oh, it's intermissions, but that's okay, as long as there aren't too many of them. I unlocked Dolphin in the Uncle Al lobby. Uncle Al is like really lucky when it comes to the Kamek item. I got Dolphin and I got Cataquack, but he didn't get Cataquack, so that was a little bit of a bummer for him. It's kind of like when I saw Spike, my friends got Spike, but I didn't after using the Kamek Orb. I don't think that there's even a comparable amount of rage to that. You've been wanting to get a character, and then you see everyone else get it. You're gonna have mac and cheese for dinner, always a good choice. Can't go wrong with that unless you're lactose intolerant, like the Cat in the Hat. I knew that milk would come back to haunt me. I kind of unironically want a sequel to that, just with all the unhinged Mike Myers moments. That would be hilarious. But yeah, Mario Kart World so far, I mean, it's a new Mario Kart game. regardless of any of its flaws, it's like 3D Mario. The thing with Mario Kart is that the formula at its core is just incredible. So even a weaker Mario Kart game is going to be really strong. Turkey tacos, I've never heard of that. I get tacos quite frequently. Usually what I have is blackened chicken or beef. Never tried turkey, although I've had turkey burgers and turkey hot dogs. Oh, it's in one of Yoshi's voice clips. How fitting. The voice of Yoshi is Totaka, so that makes sense. I wonder who voices Spike. You with free updates to Nintendo? I'll get you. It'll look like a bloody accident. What about it? Yeah, I mean, I can't deny I'm not the biggest fan of the free updates. Really just depends if they're handled well. If the free updates are just desserts, like stuff that didn't need to be in the game, cool. I'm all for that. But when you have missing features be added in with the free updates, it doesn't really sit well with me. We don't even know if Mario Kart World's gonna get free updates because Nintendo kinda hinted at it, but they haven't formally gave this game a roadmap yet. I'm pretty sure within the next Nintendo Direct, we're gonna find out how this game's gonna get updated because this is the kind of game that you want to keep on updating. You definitely want to do that with Mario Kart. They did it with Mario Kart 8. They did it with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I don't think it'd be any different for Mario Kart World. And although Mario Kart Tour is a live service game, in the sense that it's a mobile game, they did it with that. And this game takes a lot of influence from Mario Kart Tour, so having frequent content updates would be cool. The problem is, I just think Nintendo's a bit slow when it comes to updates. They're not as consistent as I would like. They're not the worst all the time, but at the same time, I would like them to be more frequent. I can't imagine it would be that hard adding costumes and characters and such. Like, for Donkey Kong Bonanza, you know how Donkey Kong only has 2 costumes? Well, one of his new costumes could be suspenders. Like, he has the suspenders in the game. That'd be a cool costume. He's probably got a ton of other costumes in the game, too, because the fossils can be used as currency to get them. Just like Super Mario Odyssey. How long do you think we'll see paid DLC for Mario Kart World? Like another 30 tracks? See, that's like a hard question to answer because I think that with paid DLC for this game, you already have the caveat of it being an $80 game. So, paid DLC won't sit well with a lot of people. If people will buy it, then Nintendo might do it. Although the truth of it is that we still don't know how this game's going to do with casuals. I did talk to a Target employee about how Mario Kart World was selling just outside of the bundle. He's had to restock it twice, but there's only like, I would say maybe 10 games per stock. So he's probably sold about like 15, 20 copies. Thing is, it's just the prices reek. But at the same time, it's just like, the reality is there's not much we can do about it if the casuals accept it. Now, personally, it's not going to deter me from playing Nintendo games. It isn't a good thing, but at the same time, it's like, ugh, that's just the economy we live in. Everything's gotten more expensive. But regardless, it's just like, it was greedy on Nintendo's part, and they caused a lot of unnecessary discourse. It would have just been pure hype if they didn't increase the price. Even at $70, I think people would have been like, okay, that's not great, but at the same time, that's become the standard. And the thing is, gaming is one of the best hobbies for bang for your buck. I already gotten like 50 hours out of Mario Kart World, and I don't plan on dropping the game anytime soon. That's not defending it, it's just saying that, it's not the end of the world. 3D Mario, yeah, I have a feeling that 3D Mario will be announced in September. That's when they usually do the anniversary stuff for Super Mario Bros. Because the game released in September of 1985. So it would make sense for them to do that. But again, with Nintendo, sometimes it's hard to tell. In terms of a June Direct, they still gotta reveal some information about Donkey Kong Bonanza. Because it's only a little over a month away, which, oh my gosh! Wow! The time really does fly. And I couldn't be happier because waiting for that game is agonizing. With Mario Kart World, yeah, it was definitely like, I was super excited to play it, but Donkey Kong Bonanza. Donkey Kong Bonanza, that is the game to get for the Nintendo Switch too. Also, I have to admit, we do get a lot of Mario games. We haven't gotten a Mario Kart in 11 years. But for a Donkey Kong game, we haven't really gotten anything except for ports. And also, we haven't had a 3D Donkey Kong game in 25 years. When Donkey Kong 64 released, I wasn't even born. Joshy! Good to see ya! Josh, if you want to join the stream, you're more than welcome to join. I would love to have you on. Whether it's races or on the voice call, that'd be great. You have my Discord, so you're more than welcome to hop on the call. Leave it to Joshy to have very distinct opinions. Is it because Donkey Kong, or there's a snow level when it releases in July? Or is it just too much like Super Mario Odyssey? Oh, he's got a carnival date! We're going to the carnival, we're going to the carnival. Is it like an actual carnival, or is it carnival? Actually, carnival, I think that's past. Kind of funny, I own a Switch 1, or never owned a Switch 1. You're the first person that I've seen that got a Switch 2, but didn't get a Switch 1. I know a few people who got a Wii U that didn't have an original Wii. I do wonder how common that's going to be, because pretty much everyone had a Switch. Well, good luck, Joshy. That lady is very lucky to be hanging out with my favorite YouTuber, so I hope the date goes well. Ask if she wants to play Mario Kart World with you later. Or actually, if it was out, if you asked for Donkey Kong Bonanza, play that with her. You got yourself a second date automatically. I was teaching my girlfriend how to play Mario Kart 8 Deluxe a few days before Mario Kart World release. We have yet to play Mario Kart World together. But I think she's going to find it to be a fun time. She did enjoy Super Mario Bros. Wonder. And also another thing, it's just a lot more fun for me playing Mario Kart World. Not because 8's bad or anything, because it's far from it. It's just run its course. I think the Booster Course Pass was a perfect thing for the time, but at the same time, it was just like questionable in terms of like some of the decisions they made with it, beyond just the graphics. And I'd like to announce that this will be the month of Mario Kart, where I'll be posting an episode of Mario Kart Origins covering Mario Kart World. I'm going to do a tribute retrospective to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe with the Booster Course Pass, and I'll be doing a video knockout tour of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe versus Mario Kart World. So be on the lookout for that. I'm going to try to get everything out by June, because next month is going to be bananas, if you know what I mean. But also just because I think that Mario Kart World, in general, would be a good thing to, like, play in June. I mean, it's a big deal. It's a really big deal. An 18-year-old on YouTuber, good to see ya. I'm glad you could join this stream. If you're ever down to join, you can also be part of the voice call. I don't think you have my Discord, but just hit me up on Instagram, and I'll give it to you from there. I'm gonna stream at 8, you better join. I'll be doing my own stream, man. The Booster Course Pass was overall good, but it had its downs, specifically with the first wave. Yeah, the first wave was a pretty sour first impression, but at the same time, I don't think that even, like, the best waves were free from being perfect. Like, even in Wave 3, you did have things like Rock Mountain, which just didn't suit the Booster Course Pass that well. It looked very much like it was ripped directly from Mario Kart Tour. Which, yes, the tracks were, but at the same time, it's like, the other tracks in Wave 3 really improved upon them, especially with Peach Gardens. I don't know why Rock Mountain was just, like, half-baked. It's clear that Nintendo just took advantage of having all the content ready for Mario Kart Tour, and it just kind of worked in their favor, and kind of worked in ours, because all the content, for the most part, is preserved, outside of, like, some of the costumes, and there's Piranha Plant Pipeline. It's kind of weird that that's not in Mario Kart World. It could be with a future update, but as it stands, we got a remake of Sky High Sundae, which, to be fair, Sky High Sundae is actually a great remake. They did a good job with it. I kind of have a feeling that with Sky High Sundae, it was originally designed for Mario Kart World, but then it was put into Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and Tour, kind of like a teaser. Same goes for the Mii costumes with all the enemies. Like, I think we should have expected the cow to be playable. I knew they'd probably... Oh, let's see who I'll get. Oh, just sidestep her. I didn't really notice that many bugs with the booster course pass, but there is like some clipping when you're playing the city tracks. I don't think that it was developed by the same team that made the base tracks. I think that what happened is so much time has passed that the team's different, and because of that, it's not going to be the same. They imitated it, but you can clearly tell that it's an imitation of Base 8 and not really the same developers. The feather is not useful. Alright, let's see if anyone else wants to join. I love that Captain Wario is in Mario Kart World. It's interesting that they won't bring in Biker Wario, but they'll bring in Captain Wario from Game & Wario, which is pretty obscure. Yes, of course, Jack Attack. Demeech, when you get the chance, look up the de-acceleration bug and drifting bug for a AAA game that sold 60 million. Yeah! It just didn't feel like a lot of the same care was put into the booster course pass. It was definitely a quantity over quality thing, but I'm still glad that it happened. I mean, this Wario we have with the overalls is pretty iconic. So I would keep that one. You just don't want to get rid of it. It isn't like Donkey Kong, where he kind of needed a new design. Currently, we are 17 minutes in. Let's get the first super chat in. That would be great. Helps keep the channel going. But yeah. This is one of my favorite tracks in the game. Hot take? Maybe not. I think the enemy characters not having skins is a big missed opportunity. Yeah, I would say it is, especially for ones that would be easier to implement. Like, you could have Stone Spike, Snow Spike, Lava Spike, and all the Hammer Brothers. I think at the very least should have had that. Same goes for the different Piantas. How are you on this channel if you haven't played, or if you only played Mario Kart 8 twice? That's a good take. Well, you never know, because there are Nintendo fanboys out there who say things like, it's good we don't have 200cc because players still need to get used to the game. Okay, then just don't play it. Play it when you're ready. This game definitely would have benefited from 200cc. Oh, you don't like Koopa Troopa Beach? I like it. If I were to choose a Super Nintendo track, I probably would have gone for Vanilla Lake because it really hasn't had that many remakes. Wasn't Tour, but it was never brought back. Vanilla Lake would be super cool to see again. Koopa Beach, though, I will say, because it reminds me of Mykonos, Greece, I will say that it definitely has an edge there. Roboto, yeah, good to see ya. They made up those excuses, oh joys, Visual Defenders over again. That happens with games. You have the people who defend anything and everything about them. I think what happens is they just feel the need to justify their purchase. So that's probably part of it. You'd be correct, Jack Attack. They probably will add in King Babam and Petey Piranha. Even so, I think the base roster is pretty good. There are some glaring omissions, especially the Koopalings, but overall, pretty solid roster, and I love the weird additions. Like having Pokey Fishbone, that's really cool. Another thing is that I wish that the Mega Mushroom had the music to go with it. Kind of weird that they didn't include that in Mario Kart Tour either. I'm gonna share this stream, make a community post about it. Doesn't really let you do that directly through YouTube. So I'm just gonna have to go to the homepage. What if they added Petey the Parrot? Then it would not even be worth $1. Alright, let me just make a community post about the stream. There we go. Every one of those is the pathways. Choco Mountain's definitely an interesting choice for this game. Soshi, good to see ya! Still no Roy, so why should I get the game? It's not Bluey, it's Cobb Bluey. Do you think Mii's will be added as DLC? I mean, there's a chance that happened in Mario Kart Tour. It's a pretty major inclusion, too. They added a ton of Mii costumes. Ah, this track brings me back. One of my favorite tracks from Mario Kart DS. And I gotta say, the remake, while it's pretty much very similar, it's a great track. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Although, if it is broke, go ahead, fix it like they did with Wario Stadium. It's kind of cool that you're like in a museum of sorts. Kind of looks like it. How are you guys feeling about the planes replacing the gliding sections? Because I feel like with the planes, it's a lot more natural, and it's just a lot more fun. Because the gliding sections just felt like fancy transitions. They didn't really add too much to the gameplay. But with the flying sections, they're an evolution of gliding. It's really cool. We get Koopa Airship, but no Koopalings? Yep, that's just how the cookie crumbles. That was like getting Waluigi Pinball in Mario Kart 7, but no Waluigi. I'll still never understand how that happened. Why did they add Desert Hills? I don't know. It's not a good track. There are so many better tracks from Mario Kart DS. I would have added Luigi's Mansion instead. Pairs well with Boo Cinema too. Nah, the glides and plane wings are mostly the same. Yeah, they are in a lot of ways, but at the same time, it does feel like there's a lot of quality of life improvements. And it just looks cooler. Like, it's a lot cooler having your kart actually transform into a plane rather than just get a hang glider. Honestly, I don't think I would have chosen Dry Drive Ruins either. I would have gone for Yoshi Desert from Super Circuit. Difference between Waluigi's absence and Roy's absence is that fans are actually... What?! People are celebrating the Koopalings not being in the game? Hey, don't disrespect the hang gliders like that. Oh, Riders DX is playing Mario Kart World. I'm gonna ask if he wants to join. Yoshi's Circuit does deserve a remake like in Mario Kart Tour. Are we talking Yoshi Circuit or Yoshi Desert? What if they add sports mates instead of Mii's? You know exactly how I'd feel about that. I'm gonna just change up my cart to the Funky Dory. I wonder if Riders DX is gonna join the room. I invited him if he wants to join the stream. Oh, he's gonna join the race. What up, funny dude? Good to see ya. That's so dumb that people would celebrate the Koopalings not being in the game. What is this, the year 2017? Yay, you'll join the race. Prepare to lose, though, because you're playing as Peach. He's gonna win, isn't he? I mean, sure, the Koopalings do take a good chunk of the roster in 8, but at least their characters, unlike Gold Mario, Pink Gold Peach, and crap Bronze DK. If you really played a lot of the Wii U 3DS era Mario games, you'd probably get tired of the Koopalings, but it's been almost a decade since then. I think they're bound to come back. They overstayed their welcome, but they're welcome now. The remake of Toad's Factory is pretty run-of-the-mill. They don't really do anything that's too crazy here. Which, it's a good thing. Toad's Circuit and Wario Stadium are some of the most long-overdue Mario Kart tracks of all time. I do think that it would have been funny if they did include Metal Mario and Pink Gold Peach. I mean, with all the costumes, why not just include the easiest ones to add? Mario's not generic anymore. The Koopalings aren't overstaying their welcome. Face it, we're getting old. Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I think it would have been kind of cool if they had, like, the item capsules as obstacles. That'd be a nice new addition, but, again, really cool. That's what you get. I think Wonder should make people appreciate the Koopalings a lot more, like, you don't know what's gone until you lose it. The item balance is pretty whack. That's okay, not everyone's ready to get Mario Kart World yet, and I'll even say this, it's probably just going to get better over time. Now is not the best time to get the game. Yeah, I could have done a lot with the Koopalings, but it just didn't. Sometimes I feel the item balance is a bit whack in this game. It's going to be because there's 24 players, but at the same time, it can get too chaotic. I've played some races with less than 24 players, and for the most part, it's more calm. The Koopalings are actually understaying their welcome. Yes, they are. Reese isn't giving away a Nintendo Switch 2, he's just giving away a copy of Mario Kart World. I have not unlocked every character yet. I've not unlocked Fishbones, Peepa, Swoop. I'm trying to think of the other one I haven't unlocked. Oh, Conquador. Skidee, skidee, skidee. Hello, Monty the Gold. We'll play as Rocky Wrench on Soshi's behalf. The two-player method never worked for me. So this time around, we will do a knockout tour.
That's two things that won't work.
Gonna see which one's the most likely to have Fishbone. Ah, this one has Swoop, I think. So hopefully I'll unlock Swoop. I did unlock all the costumes, though. Rocky Wrench redesign just looks so much better. The new one was a good design, but I think the classic one's even better. If Rocky Wrench had a series, there would be classic and modern Rocky Wrench. How did I feel about the Switch 2 Welcome Tour? I didn't buy it. I did play it at the Nintendo Switch 2 experience. It was okay. But definitely should have been a pack-in game. I'm trying to figure out what kind of creature is Spike. Is he a frog? Because he has a shell like a Koopa Troopa, but yet again, Rocky Wrench has a shell like a Koopa Troopa, and he's clearly not a reptile. So I'm not sure what Spike's even supposed to be. Hey Demeech, how would you react if... Oh. That is a weird question. Probably would forget about it. Not a good thing, though. He's a fish. But the thing is, he's not underwater, ever. He's a land enemy. I have no idea what Spike's supposed to be. Koopa Troopas, turtles. Cheep Cheeps, fish. Rocky Wrench and Monty Mole, clearly moles. Spike? Whatever that thing is. Just like the Spinies. No, by all means, anyone can join. So just use the code. You can join the room, play some Mario Kart World. I do members only streams, but this one's just like a standard stream. Oh, he's based on a Pac-Man frog. Yeah, Spinies are definitely reminiscent of turtles. I'm just referencing the Mario movie. Oh, you got... Again? First at the Nintendo Switch 2 experience, now in the stream? Might not just be destined for Knockout Tour. Neither am I with my 15th place. Alright, have fun. Yeah, no thanks. We'll get that lady back for Knockout Tour from the Nintendo Switch 2 experience. I would say that none of the features are really disappointing. The lack thereof is, though. Soshi, thank you for the first Super Chat. You guys, we got the first Super Chat of the stream. This decade is The Adventures of Super Mario Bros. 3 again, but barely any Roy. How does it correlate? But thank you for the donation. Keep the Super Chats coming, guys. That would be great. Currently trying to upgrade my setup, so I'm aiming to get a new gaming PC. I've been using the same equipment for like 5 years now. Outside of the new capture card I got, my computer is the same, and it needs an upgrade. The joke is that Bully had no time to shine because it was always Cootie Pie. Oh, I see. I didn't really watch the Super Mario Brothers cartoons frequently. The only one I saw was his DVD for Super Mario Brothers Super Show. Some of the episodes was the one where one of the characters goes to the Fountain of Youth. Then there was the Romeo and Juliet parody. That's pretty much what I remember. They're not good. For the memes, they're funny, but other than that, not so much. It was cool having Lou Albano as Mario, I'll give it that. I didn't see the first Super Mario Brothers movie either. PD teleports behind you. Oh, come on. That was a bunch of crap. Yep. I'm out. Get out, poser! Yeah, there aren't many of them left, sadly. Alright, I will be right back. In the meantime, enjoy the wonderful view of Cheap Cheap Falls. What's so funny, Riders DX? That I got knocked out? Oh no, Petey's back! No, that was Jeffy who was right, not Petey. Alright, so far, Alan is in the lead. And of course, he's got fish bones. Soshi, thank you for the super chat. Once again, we are at 2 super chats out of the 2 out of 10 goal. Thank you so much, and I agree with you there. The Hanna-Barbera Pac-Man cartoon's a lot better than the Super Mario Bros. Super Show. Actually, any of the Nintendo cartoons. I would be down if they made a new one, though. That'd be cool. Like, sort of a follow-up to the Mario movie, but it's a TV series. We need to have some good shows. What are kids watching nowadays? Tung Sahur? Yeah. At that rate, probably watching, I don't know, Breadwinners is even more intelligent. Oh my gosh, I just found out about that rabbit hole the other day. With Tung Sahur, all the brain rot characters. I think that Mario Kart World, when that released, it made me... Oh, please, don't be a character Okay, good, it's a Goomba. I think that Mario Kart World, when that released, it made me feel old, but knowing that the cartoons that are popular nowadays is a bunch of AI-generated crap, scary. I didn't even know Earthworm Jim had a cartoon. I have a good feeling we're getting Nintendo Switch Sports too. I think there's a very good chance that that's going to happen. How would that even work on Steam? Would you just use mouse controls for bowling? My favorite Zelda game, as cliche as it sounds, probably Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom. They're both about very similar games, so they go hand in hand. But Tears of the Kingdom's just better. So I would say Tears of the Kingdom. I didn't really get into the linear 3D Zelda games, but open world, yes. Which Link's Awakening, the Game Boy version or the remake? Took him 2 years to add basketball. I would be down for a Nintendo Switch Sports 2 if they actually made it good. Can you guys name any games that had like a bad first game but banger sequels? I'm trying to think. Maybe Sonic? The first Sonic game is not very good. But the following games are pretty fun. Mario games are always better though, but hey. Gotta tread on caution because Riders DX is in the chat! Mega Man. Yeah, that's a good example. This is still messy. It's not as bad as I thought, but at the same time, messy, messy, messy. Do you know what that's referencing? I'm pretty sure Soshi would get that reference because he gets references to every cartoon. But we'll see if you guys know what I'm talking about. It's a classic cartoon. It's not Tung 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 Sahur. You guys got it. Coin Coffer is just such a fun addition. That looks like clearly a frog mixed with a purse. That's my coin coffer! I don't know you! Go! I'm kind of worried that I'm going to get that Hank Hill skin in Fortnite. I really don't want to make that a game where I spend a lot of money. I've already spent like about $16. One for the banana passport, bonanza, banana passport, bananocrates. I got the bananocrates skin. A Greek banana. I kind of had to. But again, I don't want to spend a lot of money on Fortnite. It's a slippery slope. Why do I need to get the Sabrina Carpenter bundle? Is she just gonna insult me? Call me a pig? Hey man! As she has those Family Guy eyes in the hot tub. I did beat Sonic 1, but I remember when I first played the game in Sonic Classic Collection on the Nintendo DS, I remember that I always would just get up to Marble Hill and stop playing. I have a feeling that Riders was behind that. Shadow is a confirmed Sabrina Carpenter fan. Speaking of Sonic X Shadow Generations, I kind of wanted to get it on the Nintendo Switch too, but seeing it be a game keycard's an instant turnoff. Brothership's a good game. From what I've played, it's good. It's just not your typical Mario RPG. Where Mario RPGs are easy to get into, Brothership's more like a regular RPG. It's a very long game. It can be very intimidating. I would wait for a potential Switch 2 edition. Makes it look better, 60 frames per second. That's a game that definitely needs that. Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door would also benefit from that. Is this like talking about brain rot, or it's like a video from the 2010s that's like shows that'll rot your brain? Because the brain rot thing is very new. I only got to Marble Hill Zone. I will even say that Sonic 1 has not aged well. Even Sonic 4 is better. Don't get me wrong, Sonic 4 is not a good game, but at the same time, I had more fun with it than Sonic 1. Riders, what do you think of Sonic 4 once you get knocked out? Also, what characters have you guys been maining? I've been maining Spike and Nabbit. Spike because I finally unlocked him, Nabbit because he's my most wanted character in Mario Kart 8. Shawnee boy, good to see ya! What is my opinion on the game Pac-Land? I love it, it's charming. It's not the most intricate 2D platformer, but considering it was one of the first, I mean it was the first of its kind really. Super Mario Bros. Took inspiration from it. I did a video about Pac-Land, and also I think, were you the one that discussed it in our collaboration for Pac-Man Museum? That was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun making that video. It's still one of the best deals you can get on the Nintendo Switch, or Switch 2. I saw Pac-Man Museum Plus at Walmart for like 20 bucks. You're literally getting 20 games, 20 bucks. Good games, too! They really covered pretty much all of Pac-Man's history, except for Pac-Man with a bow. She's more than Pac-Man with a bow, but too expensive for the budget. Although for At Games, I'm surprised you couldn't just buy back Miss Pac-Man with a chip, a penny, and a used napkin. What happens if you have the Mega Mushroom but get hit by a blue shell? I am wondering what would happen there. I've never tried that out, but I know if you get hit by lightning, nothing happens. And boom! The only games I'd say aren't good are 256. I kind of enjoyed 256. The fact that they adapted a mobile game for a console is pretty good. You won't get hit by the blue shell. Oh, I see. Now, it's hard to see what's going on. Everything just blends together. It's like 100%ing 256 is like a nightmare, I heard. what do you think of Mario Kart World? I'm gonna save that for the full review, but I will say, right now, I'm really enjoying it. But it's definitely a very flawed game. Weren't you able to 100% Pac-Man Museum Plus? Correct me if I'm wrong, but do you have like over 100 hours in it? Because I saw on my Switch that you put like over 100 hours into it. Probably my favorite game in that collection is Pac-Man Arrangement, the arcade version. The PSP one's good, but at the same time, the original's better. They really did some deep-cut games. I didn't even know that there was another Pac-Man Arrangement. And I've pretty much covered majority of Pac-Man games. Oh, what character is that going to be? Oh, it's just Bitty Bud. I don't get too frustrated when I see other players get characters that I already have. But when it's me, it's just like rage-inducing. If you buy it for $50 digitally, then it's worth it. But if you buy it at full price, then it's a complete scam. Yeah, I totally get where you're coming from there. The only reason why I got it, well, two reasons why I got it physically, is to ensure that I would have the game for the channel because I thought that the bundles would be harder to come by. And the other reason, always going to be honest on the channel, I don't like digital games. I just don't. I'm not sure in retrospect how I feel about paying $30 more to get it physically, considering it's such a deep discount. But at the same time, it is what it is, and at the end of the day, being a YouTuber, it's going to be worth it, at least for me. But I will say, it's probably not going to be worth $80 for anyone else, outside of content creators. Oh, it actually does? Because it's supposed to be like 60 frames per second. I need to check that out. I don't think that games like get frame boosts if they don't have like a dedicated update. Yeah, I'll definitely be getting into that, Tanner. But as it stands right now, what I can say is that stay tuned for the episode of Mario Kart Origins reviewing Mario Kart World. I have poured my heart and soul into the review. It should be up around Wednesday. At worst, it'll be up this weekend, but at the same time, it's like a very demanding review to do. I got the footage, so that's done. I need to re-record the script. Marcus, thank you for joining! We got ourselves a new member of the channel. When Taylor Swift comes to Fortnite, that's when I stop playing. Have you guys played ARMS? Because there's an arena that's very similar in theming to Cheap Cheap Falls. It's made by the same team. In some ways you can definitely tell it was made by the ARMS team. Not exactly the most positive ways either. ARMS did get an update. I should check that out. How long do my videos take to make? That's a good question. Everything I do all myself. All the recording, all the scripting, getting all the footage. So, for an average video, I would say about like 4 days to a week. But for a big video, sometimes that can take over a week and a half to as long as a month. The Nintendo Switch Sports review, that took me a month to make. Same for the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet review. Mario Strikers also took about a month. It'll have an uncapped frame rate. So yeah, I heard Brothership does run better, but it's still 30 frames per second. It's good that Nintendo updated the most popular Switch games, although this sounds crazy, but I do hope that Mario Kart 8 Deluxe gets one where it's 4K. That'd be really cool. Mostly for the sake of getting footage and stuff. Looks super clean. It took 5 months from reveal to release, or 5 months for what? I did better in that knockout tour than usual, but at the same time, I didn't do the best. I'm gonna see how the bitrate is on the stream. Okay, it's a lot better than it was yesterday. So that worked. Yeah, it was. But hey, good things come to those who wait. That was for a good weekend, too. I had it scheduled where it would be the buffet weekend, where Saturday it was Pac-Man Museum Plus followed by Kirby's Dream Buffet. Or was the other way around? I actually did a review of Sonic Superstars with Riders DX. That was our first collab that we did. So feel free to check that out if you haven't. Good memory, Soshi. Oh, I can't start a new game, or what's going on? Bloonies. Let's see what character I should play as now. Let's do Dolphin. Why not? Or actually, let's do Swimming Pool and a Swimming Pool. Oh, man, you're playing Pokemon Scarlet? You can polish a turd all you want, but it's still a turd. When we were at PAX West, did you hang out with Furman and I at all? Because Furman, the Collective Gaming, just made a post about Pokemon Scarlet and Violet and said that 60 frames per second will not ever make that filth redeemable. I gotta switch to a launch, but I'm thinking of returning it. I don't think it's a good idea to return it right now. It might be a little hard to get one. Let's do some more races. When I played Pokemon Scarlet and Violet on the Nintendo Switch 2, it runs okay now. It's 60 frames per second, it runs perfectly in terms of like the frame rate, but there's still the pop-in, bad graphics. Oh wait, let me see if I can get that. Is that a Peach medallion right there? Yes, it is. Some are so hard to get, others are just in the open. I can see how people can enjoy it, but I will never defend the game. So what went wrong with Pokemon? I'll tell you what went wrong with it. What went wrong is that they just could not transition over to 3D graphics for like a console. And what happened from there is that they just they tried to maintain the same release schedule as they did for sprite-based games, which doesn't work for an open-world 3D game. Fighting is wrong, spammed in the chat. Usually I don't appreciate spam, but in Soshi's case I'll make an exception, because that's actually funny. I think that Scarlet and Violet had a good idea, but that was it. Good music too, good story, but the game's just unplayable. Well, we have a feeling that it's going to be based in a Greece-inspired region, so they better not ruin it on that account. But at the same time, I don't know. Pokemon Legends Zaza, it doesn't look that good. I hope I get Peepa here. That'd be nice. Also, the dolphin in this game sounds a lot like Plessy. Plessy'd be an interesting character to have. Still holding out hope for Galaxy 3. I think with 3D Mario, they just don't do... What the... I don't think they do sequels. They like to do a new thing. The only exception to that was Galaxy 2 and to an extent Super Mario 3D World. Oh, what the hell? Another thing is if you fall, you lose your items. I do like that change. It really makes it a lot more damning when you fall. I'd be surprised. Pokemon games sell like hotcakes regardless of their quality. Why do you think that new Pokemon Snap didn't sell as well as Pokemon Scarlet and Violet? It's actually a good game. Great game, actually. That's the only Pokemon game, with the exception of maybe Arceus and to an extent Let's Go, that's worth playing on the Switch. This track has a cool theme, but at the same time, it's like a little simplistic in layout. They're gonna go for a theme of time travel, and it wouldn't surprise me if they had similar character models to Mario Kart World, where everyone just looks a lot more cute, kind of like Wonder. I feel like a lot of the online doing well is just spamming items like this. RIP Odyssey 2. That is surprising. I'm surprised we never got an Odyssey 2. We got Tears of the Kingdom, but not Odyssey 2. That was really weird. I think after this we're going to wrap things up because I need to finish up the script for the Mario Kart World review. So after these two races, just going to wrap up the stream. It's definitely going to be a new kind of 3D Mario game. Yeah, a lot of it is very item-centric online. The greatest fear, the next 3D Mario game being $100. Ugh. I think it's going to be $80. I noticed that general Nintendo fans like Let's Go way more than hardcore Pokemon fans. I was like a hardcore Pokemon fan at one point, but even then, Let's Go, it's a unique take. It's not a like major mainline thing, but at the same time, it's not atrocious or anything like that. For like a sort of spin-off game, do what you want. It's the mainline games I have a problem with. Yeah, I will say 24 players is definitely chaotic. Oh, it's another pathway. They go on sale, just not permanently. You can get lucky for like Black Friday, stuff like that, but for the most part, Nintendo games are often their price they debut at. I wish they would bring back Nintendo Selects, that'd be nice. We prefer 24 players over 12, right? No. This is actually one of the few intermissions that's kind of cool. For the most part, they just kind of blend together. I'm not sure if this is supposed to be like a callback to Ghost Valley. There is a track in the mission mode where you can play that. But it doesn't seem like it was the same layout. When you bag items, though, you also got to keep in mind that lightning can strike anytime and take them away. It's not going to compete with Mario Kart, but I can predict it's going to be a very cool game. Nintendo's taking a lot of risks with the Switch, too. It's cool we're finally getting a new Kirby Air Riders. Or Kirby Air Ride. It's called Kirby Air Riders. Oh, please be a character I don't have. Oh, no, it's not. It's just Coin Coffer that I already have. What is this? Collecting Labubu's where it's a blind box? Actually, Mario Kart World might not be worth $80, but it's probably better to spend $80 on Mario Kart over Labubu's or, God forbid, Taylor Swift vinyls. When the last Mario Kart with 8 players was Mario Kart Tour, but if we're talking like actual full-on Mario Kart, I think that was Mario Kart 7. I think that was mostly just due to the 3DS not being able to handle 12 racers. That's why they did that there. I don't think it was a creative choice or anything like that. This is the year of racing games. 3 major racing games? Yeah, Cross Worlds. We also got Mario Kart World and Kirby Air Riders. That's not even accounting for stuff like Fast Fusion and F-Zero GX on Nintendo Switch Online. Yeah, it's a very different kind of game. And also, it just doesn't have the same reach as Mario Kart. I still can't find many uses for that coin block. Oh, who did Kamek turn him into now? Oh, Pianta. This is a track that has some really cool theming, but just not much going on. Some of the courses are a little bland, but a lot of them are really cool. That happens more frequently than it happens. It happens a lot more than you think. Play one of my favorite tracks. But also, I'm trying to unlock Fishbone, so I'm going to see where can I unlock him. I'll try Dry Bones Burnout. Whew. You can unlock Fish Pond at Dry Bones Burnout. Work for me at least. Hopefully... Well, this is the final race. No, I wouldn't. Dry Bones Burnout has some cool theming. Oh, it's DK Pass. With the pathways. More like DK Path. How are you guys feeling about the pathways? Do you like them? Wonderflower would have been a cool gimmick. This game definitely has a lot of new ideas. But whether or not they work out, that's just... Stay tuned for the review. I think the pathways are fine when you first play them, but after playing the races again and again, they kind of overstay their welcome. Really just depends on the pathway you're playing, though. Some of them can be really cool. A lot of them just kind of blend together. It's pretty much like driving on a highway. Trying to see if there are any good shortcuts I can do here. Just time to spam the golden mush. Oh, I could have probably done that. Never know when you're going to need the mushroom. I don't know why they brought back DK Pass. And boom! 5th place! Not the best, but not the worst either. Oh, you like that you just win them with no skill? Alright, you guys. This has been a fun stream. I'll be streaming Mario Kart World a lot more often. Stay tuned for the episode of Mario Kart Origins covering Mario Kart World. And keep calm and